Hello there everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Lukey Gomez, and I've been doing these videos on the, you know, hits of the 70s, and I started doing some of John Lennon's work, as you might know. It's a fairly new channel, so we're just kind of moseying along here trying to stay focused. So last week I did American Woman, which was number 3 in the top 100 chart of top rock songs from a site that I found on Wikipedia. And it was, it was I thought it was interesting. I learned a lot from it. Today, I would like to do the lyrics of Bridge Over Troubled Waters by Simon and Garfunkel. Now, I did say last week that I wasn't going to do that. It was kind of corny, blah, blah, blah. But on hindsight, it is number 1 on this list. So it is a huge song. And it came out exactly in January. I'll tell you exactly when. So it's called Bridge Over Troubled Waters. And let's see here. Here's the info that I found here. And it says it was released January 20, 1970. Okay. And it was recorded in August of 1969, from August to November of 1969. And it is pop rock, but they were kind of like a folk rock band, okay, or group. That wasn't really a band. The song is like 4 minutes and 55 seconds, so it's pretty long. It's almost 5 minutes long. And the label is Columbia. The songwriter is Paul Simon, okay? And the song Bridge Over Troubled Waters features the lead vocals of Art Garfunkel, who sings like an angel. If you have never heard this song, put on some headphones and listen to it, and you'll see what I mean. The guy who sounds like an angel, it's him. Actually, they both had really good voices, though, but Art Garfunkel was special. So he does the vocals, the main vocals, the lead vocals. And there's a piano accompaniment that is influenced by gospel music with a wall of sound. Now, I have never heard of that expression of the wall of sound. And so I was like, what is the wall of sound? Well, I took some notes from my phone. I asked Google. And basically, it was a production technique developed in the 1960s. And it was characterized by its dense, layered sound. And this was created by multiple instruments playing the same parts at the same time. They often came with a heavy use of reverb and echo, which you'll see what I mean when you hear this song. This method not only made the song sound live, which it did, but it also enhanced the sound when heard through the technology of the period, the 60s and the 70s, which was the radio. So basically, that's from Wikipedia. And what else can I tell you about this? Okay, so Simon and Garfunkel were an American folk rock duo. Like I said, it was released in January of 1970, and it features lead vocals of Garfunkel. And the lyrics by Paul Simon. Now, another thing that I wanted to tell you about this song, which I found was really interesting here. Let's see. I think it was further down here. Yeah. So the song won 5 awards at the 13th Annual Grammy Awards in 1971 for the best song in 1970, including the Grammy Award for Record of the Year. It was also Song of the Year, okay? Because, well, it came in an album. then it was released as a single, I suppose. I'm not really clear on that. But the thing is that, let's see. Okay. So it is Simon and Garfunkel, Simon and Garfunkel's most successful single, and they did a lot of albums and they wrote a lot of songs. And this song, particularly Bridge Over Troubled Waters, topped the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart for 6 weeks and was the #1 song on the Billboard Year in Hot 100 Singles, which is the one I was looking at of 1970, which, yeah, this is the first song that's on that list, followed by the Carpenters' song Close to You, and then #3, American Woman, and then the next one is B.J. Thomas's Raindrops Are Falling on My Head. So this song, Bridge Over Troubled Waters, is #1 on that list. Okay, so this is the #1 song on the Billboard year-end Hot 100 Singles. So very cool, very cool. And that's why I went ahead and decided to talk about the lyrics of this song. The lyrics are great, but I really feel that the sound of the voices of these two young men, because they were very young when they did these recordings, are exceptionally beautiful. Art Garfunkel's voice is amazing. So let me kind of go over the lyrics with you. Don't know what it means, but I decided to let's just do the lyrics and see what you guys think if you want to comment. So, Bridge Over Troubled Waters, it's its title. Well, a bridge over troubled waters, there's a lot of symbolism there, Like, I can think of, like, when I was growing up, and my parents had in my bedroom I used to share my bedroom with my little brother, and we used to have a little photograph or a little poster of two little children, a big sister and her little brother, and they were crossing this rackety bridge, and below that bridge was this huge river flowing below it. And it wasn't a really wide river, but it was with a very strong current, and they were crossing together, these two little children, the bridge, and above them was an angel, which is I was raised a Catholic. Well, we were raised to believe in guardian angels when we were children. And so that's some of the symbology behind that, and really turbulent waters are dangerous. They can destroy property. So it's, but here, a bridge over troubled waters, when we look at the song, what does it mean? What exactly does troubled waters mean? So let's take a look at that. So it starts with, when you're weary and feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Okay, life can make you weary sometimes, and it can make you feel small, and you might feel like crying. But the person speaking, the voice speaking here says, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. So who is this I, right? That's what I like to know. Paul Simon? Actually, when Paul Simon said that he wrote this song like out of the blue, and it just came out like really fast like that, and then he was looking at it, and he was saying it doesn't sound like me. But anyway, so then it goes on. When times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Now, like a bridge over troubled water, which is laying down horizontally over two pieces of land to cross this troubled water, right? Like, so he or she will lay themselves down. That's how I see it. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when Evening falls so hard. I will comfort you. I'll take your part. So, yeah, when you're out on the street, I mean, I think of homeless people, but in the late 60s, early 70s, I mean, that we didn't call the people that didn't have a place to stay homeless. They were usually men, and they were like hobos. And they would, be taking trains and sleeping in train carts. And that was like a real part of American culture back in the 50s and 60s. So, but it was like, being homeless, not having a home, not having a central place to be, the hearth of home, and so evenings fall hard. I will comfort you. I'll take your part. I'll take part of that loneliness. That's how I'm reading it. Then it goes on and says, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Okay, so then the next stanza, sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. It's like, that's really beautiful. It's very poetic, very kind of like almost like a mythical, very like if you're looking through a looking glass, and in the fog you see suddenly the fog open up, and there's like, the sun's coming out, and now you're a silver girl. You're silver. You're shiny. You shine like a new penny. Okay. And you're sailing on, sail on by. So like you're going under the bridge, and you're just sailing through the troubled waters because there's hope. That's how I see it. The next stanza says, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind. I was just like, what? Somebody's behind me? I'm sailing right behind. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. And those are the lyrics. Now, like I say, they're very beautiful. There's a lot of deep emotional feeling. Obviously, we have the imagery of water, which is deep emotions. Water is emotions, oftentimes in art and literature. And the bridge is a symbolic to just that thing of hope. If you just cross the bridge to the other side, don't get stuck on this side when you can cross the bridge and go to the other side, and things might be better. The hope of a new beginning, a new horizon, a new day, right? So yeah, guys, what do you think about that one? Are you happy that I went ahead and talked about this song? I think it was justifiable that I do, even though at first I didn't really want to, but it's beautiful. It's got a lot of symbolism. It's very traditional in terms of its symbolic meanings, which are kind of nice. But I really do think that the music, the recording is incredible. And that's what made this song, so popular, was that music with these lyrics and Art Garfunkel's voice. They eventually split up. It's, all kind of stuff happened, whatever. The thing is that together they did this. Okay? So I hope you liked it. Thanks for visiting. Peace and love to everybody. And I will see you for the next one. Bye.